There's been nothing done with Dak Prescott. That's the amazing part here, is that the sides haven't talked recently, aren't talking today. Look, Dallas at the last moment could pick up the phone and make a call, but Dallas is adamant that Dak's on a 5-year deal. He's adamant that it be a 4-year deal. Neither side has been willing to budge. And again, it looks like Dak Prescott is now expected to have the deadline come and go without him getting the long-term extension, which sets up the idea of him playing this year on his 1-year, $31.4 million franchise tag. Last year, he passed up about $100 million to play for $2 million. This year, it looks like he's going to pass up that big deal for the idea of playing on the franchise tag to $31.4 million, with the idea he could be tagged again next offseason for $38 million, Greeny.
Yeah, and you make the good point there that he has bet on himself in the past, and it's working. And I would bet that no matter how this thing plays out, over the next 3 years, he'll make more money than any other NFL player, however it winds up working out. But how should we read the fact that not only didn't or aren't they likely to get a deal done by 4 o'clock this afternoon, but that neither side seemed to show a significant urgency to get it done?
Listen, I think Dak Prescott would love to be the Dallas Cowboys quarterback of the future, but the fact of the matter is they have not been able to make progress. And Dallas is stuck in its position, adamant on a 5-year deal. Now, to me, quarterbacks are exceptions. Quarterbacks, you make exceptions for. You do what you can to get the deal done. Dallas has been unwilling to budge off the 5 years. Dak's not going to budge in the position of power that he's now sitting in.
Yeah, he is. And that's the point. He really has. You wouldn't think he would have the leverage considering they have the tag, but in this particular case with the quarterback, we've seen it work out for Kirk Cousins, and it probably will for him as well. Schefter, thank you. Stay there. Let me bring Tim Hasselbeck back into the conversation here. Here's with us this morning, Louis Riddick as well. But I know, Tim, you have some tape that you've put together to illustrate your thoughts on Dak and why he is worth the big payday.
Yeah, people can debate good or great or any of that stuff, but the reality is he checks a lot of boxes in terms of what you want your quarterback to be able to do. He does so much right. So many people are looking for a guy that can do what Dak does at the quarterback position. Dallas has that, and they're going to end up having him play on a franchise tag, potentially losing him after this season or next season. To me, I think it's a big miss by the Dallas Cowboys because of what you've seen on tape from Dak Prescott.
Even if they don't wind up losing him, Louis, keeping him now becomes a much more expensive and much less cap-friendly scenario than would otherwise have been. I mean, I've heard a lot of people suggest the Cowboys just screw this thing up. Does it look that way to you?
Yeah, look, I mean, you would prefer to not have your quarterback having $30 million plus cap numbers, okay? I don't care what the salary cap is, and especially considering the fact that, you know, in 2021, we're going to project the cap to be flat to down. I mean, that just does not put them in a it puts them in a less advantageous position as far as trying to do everything else that they want to do with the rest of the 52 guys on the roster. So, yeah, they've screwed it up. Yeah, you know, for lack of a better phrase, they've screwed it up because they haven't been able to hit on a long-term deal with Dak, which would then give them some financial certainty going forward further than just past this year, and would give them some financial flexibility. So yeah, as far as Dallas is concerned, they're gambling too right now. They're gambling over the fact that their roster is still strong enough. Dak is going to be happy enough, and the chemistry of this football team is not going to be adversely affected, given the fact that all you hear about with the Cowboys is Dak Prescott and his contract extension. So, yeah, Dallas is playing with fire as far as Jerry Jones is concerned. With Dak, Dak's just sitting here going, just keep bringing me the cash. Just keep making those direct deposits because they're starting to add up, and they're going to add up big time here going forward.
Yeah, he's going to make a fortune on this thing the way it plays out, whether it's from Dallas or ultimately some of it comes from somewhere else. And I'm just reminded of something Schefter told us earlier, that if you look at the Patriots quarterback situation with Cam and Stidham and Hoyer, they're spending $2 million and something dollars. And then you look at the Cowboys situation between Dak Prescott and Andy Dalton, it's going to cost them like over $35 million against their cap to have quarterbacks this year. So it's just a mess of a situation. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.